All right, welcome to another weekly edition of the Coach Corbin Show, hosted by Coach Corbin. A special guest this week is our defensive line coach and strength conditioning coach, Coach Gilbert. Coach, thank you so much for joining us this week.
Appreciate you having me on the show.
You bet, you bet. Tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and kind of what led you to become Choctaw this year.
Okay. My name's Gilbert. Went to high school at Southmore, graduated, and first signed at Southwestern Oklahoma State University. Went out there for a couple of years, played football. And then my high school head coach, Coach Chris Jensen, got the job at Oklahoma Baptist University. And when he got the job, I knew that I wanted to go play for him. Would love the opportunity to play for him again. Really respected him as a man and as a coach. And so transferred after 2 years at SWASU, went and played at OBU, and then graduated there, coached last year at Midwest City. And then I guess I kind of saw the light and came over to Choctaw.
Very wise decision. Last week, obviously, very proud of our kids. Very impressive win over a very tough Fulton City North team. 42-14 was the final. And from free history buffs, I read only the fourth time that the Choctaws beaten BC North. First time 3-0 since 1982. Of course, we don't concentrate on those kind of things, but give it up to our kids and to this community. It's still a very big honor to be able to say those things. Who are some guys defensively? Anytime you shut them down to 14 points, especially shutting them out completely in the second half, who are some defensive players that kind of caught your eye that impressed you from last week?
Well, the first one's got to be Caden Young. Had a great game. Had 2 picks, several tackles. Really stepped up from the first 2 games. Was a lot more physical. Came down and got in on the tackles a little bit better. Defensive line wise, Jaden Brown's been doing a good job all year. Had another good game, and Colin Poole, he's been holding us down in the middle. And Tay Gibbs has had an awesome 3 games, we felt like, and does a great job in coverage. Always does his job. Gives a great effort, which is definitely something that we hold high value with. And so they overall just really good effort, really good defensive game. But those are some guys that kind of stood out.
Absolutely. Kind of a neglected part that we do not neglect on our team, special teams, but doesn't get talked about a whole lot. And I'll be remiss if I didn't touch on Jacob Dunning being 6 for 6 on PATs was huge. Zane Coleman with a huge onside recovery. Early in the game, he kind of set us up. Jonah Zook with the touchback. Guys did a great job hustling down on special teams. We're able to win that phase of the game with a punt snapped over their head. It's kind of a turning point that we're able to recover and did a great job. Offensively, guys that stood out offensively, I thought Cade Kelly on the offensive line, another unsung guy, had a tremendous game at left tackle. Really had some really nice blocks there that came in clutch for us. Hudson Woods, great game. Ethan Cruz, great game. Colin Armstrong with some tremendous catches. Ray J. Navarro with some runs after catch. Jaron Curry came in, did a phenomenal job. Curtis Neely carried the ball very well. Dakota Armstrong with some big catches. Zane Coleman with some huge blocks and catches, as well. And then finally, to kind of piggyback on what you said, Tay Gibbs comes in, house one, from 50 plus. That was really impressive. So, it's always a group effort with us, and you guys do a great job. A lot of fun to be around, and a lot of fun with these coaches, and a lot of fun with our kids. And it's been just a really great season. And the crowd was fantastic on Friday, and I hope to be able to see everyone again this week. I look up at one point, there's not a single, open bleacher, and you guys are having a blast, and it's so much fun to be able to play in front of a crowd like ours, and we're so blessed to be able to have it. So thank you so much. We hope to be able to see you this Friday. Now we get kind of the part of the program that people enjoy, and I'll start off maybe kind of softball. First name is Kimes. Tell us kind of how you got that name. A little bit unusual, very cool name, but for our viewers, want to know how did you get the name Kimes?
Right, so my dad's a pastor, and my mom, she's a teacher. And there was a kid in the church at the time. They were pastoring in Yukon and teaching in Yukon. And there was a kid that was, really good kid. They really liked the name, just that, it was unique. Wouldn't be a bunch of Kimeses walking around. And so, because of, good kid,
yeah,
liked the name, had him in the church and in class.
Sure.
that's where it came from.
Yeah, very good. Very good. It's definitely a unique name. As we mentioned on the show, viewership's at all-time high. We get emails constantly, so I'm reading a couple of emails from our viewers here that we're able to get that want to know. Just flooded with emails continuously from viewership. So thank you. Keep them coming. We'll continue to try to answer the hard questions that you want. Okay, question from one of our viewers: is it true that you season your steaks with not salt and pepper, but protein powder?
That would be true.
That is accurate. Okay.
That'd be
all right. And then last question. I guess last segment for today is we have a new segment that we're going to come with today, and it's called Feats of Strength. Okay, Feats of Strength. Coach Gilbert, can you split an apple in two with your bare hands? Our viewers wanted to know.
And only two?
No, you can use whatever you want and get it. Go a little twist. Yes! Yes! All right. Viewers wanted to know. Question answered. Thank you. Join us next week again. Come out Friday. Come see us homecoming. Can't wait. Thank you guys. Thank you, Coach Gilbert. Great job. Appreciate it.